Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little minute since I've been on camera filming for you guys. Today I wanted to film a summery, bronzy, smoky, glam makeup look. I have some new stuff sitting in front of me. Well, kind of semi, just a couple of things. I'm sorry if you hear Luna whining. She's in her crate right now because she'll just run around and go crazy all over this room, and I'm not having it, especially while I'm filming. I will introduce her to you guys at some point in this video, but I am going to stop myself from rambling. If you guys like the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up for me. It really does help me out. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos from me. And yeah, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, so first things first is you want to make sure that you moisturize your skin and prime if you're going to prime with a makeup primer. I already moisturized my skin. I use the Origins GinZing moisturizer. I have been getting this stuff for a little while now, and I also mixed it with The Ordinary Rose Hip Oil Drops. And now I'm gonna move on to foundation. I think the achievement of getting really glowy, nice, fresh looking skin is to damp your sponge if you're going to be using a sponge. If you're going to be using a brush, then mixing some kind of luminous oil in it would help. But I'm going to use a sponge. I did already dampen it, but I'm going to go ahead and use my Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. And I am going to be spraying my sponge once I put my foundation on. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm taking the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation in the shade F10. I don't think I've used this on camera before. I may be not remembering if I did or not, but anyways, I'm using it in the shade F10 like I said, and this is going to match my self tan at the moment. So it's a doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to put some stripes. Yeah, this is gonna match me pretty well. I'm just going to put some stripes along my face. This is a full coverage matte foundation, I believe. I'll have to put it in the notes exactly what it is. It just says full coverage foundation. I'm pretty sure it's matte, but could be wrong. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is take the spray and just spray my sponge. And then we're going to press it into the skin. Now, like I said, you could use an oil with this too to help the luminosity of the foundation so it's not matte. So this week I really want to get back into filming, and I know I say that all the time and then leave you guys hanging, but I'm really serious. And if you guys have any recommendations for me to do something you want to see, then leave it in the comments below. I think that matched me pretty good. I'm using the Loving Tan mousse in dark, which is the 2-hour express one. I did it last night, so I am pretty tan right now. And then next what I'm gonna do is go in with concealer, and I'm gonna mix 2 concealers. I'm gonna use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard. I really like this concealer because it is it's not drying underneath my eyes. So I really like this one. And then to do a little bit of highlighting, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Sand. This is one of the new things that I recently got. I'm just gonna put it in the darker areas of my eye, down the center of my nose, the forehead, Cupid's bow, and the chin, and blend that out. Okay, so now we're moving on to setting the face. Even though that Camo Concealer is matte, I still set my face anyways. Same thing with the foundation. So I take it on my sponge. I did not re-dampen it at all. I just take it and press it under the eyes, and then whatever's left over, I just put it across the lid to set my lid. Okay, and then you can kind of feel if your face is still tacky in some areas. Those areas are not set into place, but if it feels not tacky, then you're good to go. So I am done with the powders. I'm just gonna brush off whatever is left over on my forehead, nose, and under the eyes. And then we are gonna move on to bronzer, which is bronzer, blush, and highlighter, kind of like my favorite things other than foundation, like making the canvas nice and smooth and even looking. So I'm going in with the Benefit Cheekleader palette, and it looks like this, Benefit Cheekleader palette, and I'm gonna be carving out my cheekbones with Hoola. So I'm just gonna take a domed shaped brush. This is the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collab. Just rubbing it off on cleaning off on a paper towel, so I don't have any craziness on that brush. And I'm just gonna grab a little bit of it and start bronzing these cheeks. This is also one of the new products that I have. Nice ashy tone it gives, nothing too warm. I'm actually gonna switch my brush. I'm gonna go in with something a little bit bigger. Do my forehead. Go down the neck and the jaw. And then while I'm here, I'm just going to take a smaller brush, and I'm dipping back into Hoola, just the original one. And we're going to contour the nose. I'm gonna do a little bit of blush. So I'm going to, where the hell? Don't know where my towel went. I'm gonna dip into the Coralista blush that's in this palette. It does come with a brush that fell on the floor, but it does come with their little angled contour brush. I'm going to be taking the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I like to do this before I highlight the face, just for all my powders to sink in. So I'm going to spray my face, and I pretty much do a generous amount of that. Definitely do not hold back on the setting spray, because that's what's really going to help set all my powders, all that goodness. Just melt it into the skin and make it become one. All right, and then once your powders are all nice and sunken in to the skin, that's when you want to go in with your highlight. At least that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm starting off with the Anastasia Glow Kit. This is the Sugar Glow Kit. Yes, this is a Sugar Glow Kit. And I'm going to take my Morphe M501 brush, and we're going to take Butterscotch, which is this shade right here. Taking Butterscotch and going to put this at the tops. You see that? Like, already I'm glowing. Glow wing. And then I also like to make a C shape. So I'll go around the temple like so. On the chin, just a little, and a little on tip of the nose. And then I like to take my finger and do the center of the nose. You see that? Just adds, I think highlight just brings so much dimension, so much more dimension to your skin. And then when you thought the highlighting was over, no. What I'm gonna go do now is take the Morphe Setting Mist again. I'm just gonna add a little bit of Becca's Champagne Pop right at the very tops. Oh my God. Right at the top. No. Just your everyday look right here. And boom. Boom. We're glowing. Now, finally, start on the eyes. I'm going to take the Morphe 3502 palette just because it has all these beautiful bronzy, summery shades in here. And I think I can really make a pretty look from a lot of the warm tones. I mean, this is just like warm tone heaven right here. I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush, and we're gonna take, if you have this palette, you can follow along with me. I'm gonna take this shade right here, this like warm, pukey, mustardy brown. I'm taking that and I'm going to put this right in the crease. Onto the other eye, doing the same thing, just placing that same shade into the crease area. Okay, once that first shade is all blended out, next what I'm going to do is take this warmer brown right here, and we're going to put this as the next color in the transition area. Just doing back and forth motions right in the crease, not bringing it too high. Okay, so for the center of the lid, or all over the lid I should say, I'm gonna go into the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, and we're gonna be taking the shade Smog, and I'm going to take that on a packing brush. My favorite one is actually the only one that I own, from the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collab, which is the JH41. This is my favorite for packing on pigments and like shimmery shades like this where you're gonna need to spray your brush. I have some of that color, and I'm going to use the Morphe setting mist to just spray that a little bit. And I'm going to put this all over the lid. And this shade is so bronzy, so pretty. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in a little bit so you can see this beautiful shade. Oh, bless me. I think I'm just gonna put this warm brown on the outer. Just to give the eye look a little bit more dimension. Just pressing it right there. Okay guys, so brows and lashes are done. I love these lashes just because of how long and wispy, and you can still, they're not like too much of a lash where you can't see your eye makeup, but it still gives you, it still like puts the look together. I don't know if that made any sense, but anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and work on the lower lash line and go ahead and start smoking that out. So I think what I'm gonna do is use a brown liner. This is the NYX liner, or like pencil liner. I'm going to put this in my waterline. And then I'm taking black on my upper. And take that brown that I used as my transition, which is this color right here. I'm gonna take that and drag it along my waterline, or my lower lash line. I changed the brush just because it was poking me. I'm just gonna hit my bottom lashes with some mascara. This is the Lash Accelerator mascara from Rimmel. This is one of my favorite mascaras, other than the Essence Volume Stylish Lash. And I think the last thing we have is lips. Definitely gonna go for a nude. I just don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Okay, so for lips, I just outlined with the LA Girl Natural Creme. I was saying it wrong for the longest time. It's creme lip liner. And then I have 2 lipsticks I'm gonna mix. This is the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipsticks. These are the most comfortable, long-lasting liquid lipsticks ever. I swear by it. I have the shades Gotta Light and Fair Game right next to me. This is Gotta Light and Fair Game. So I'm gonna be taking Gotta Light first because this one is more warm toned. I'm gonna put that on. This shade is so pretty. It would be so pretty on its own, but I'm gonna lighten it up. Next, I'm gonna take Fair Game, which is a little pinkier of a nude, and place that right in the center. And just use my fingers to tap it into that lip liner. Like that. And then you can leave it matte if you want to, but I'm gonna do a little bit of a gloss on top, and I'm using HNB Cosmetics. This is Holly Boone's Can't Deal lip gloss, which I absolutely love. And put this right on top. So we are bronzed and we're glowing and we're glossy. You can add the extra steps and highlight your your collarbones and your shoulders if you were going out, or just want to look like a bronze goddess sitting at the beach. You can make those steps. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, you can always highlight your collarbones and shoulders to make them pop. But this is, hang on, actually, forgot to remove that mascara. Okay. Now we're done. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys liked it. I really liked using the Urban Decay palette. I haven't touched this palette in a long time, so it was happy to play. I was happy to play with that again. And the Morphe 3502 palette, this is just a staple. It always will be in my smoky eye makeup tutorials, just because it has the best shades in there, all the warm tones you could ever want. So yeah, oh, I have to go get Luna. Say hi to all the peoples. You say hi to all the peoples. Say I'm a little terrorist. So this is Luna. She's 2 months old now. She is a Shih Tzu and Pekingese mix. I feel like she's more Shih Tzu in her face for sure. Oh, big yawn. Did a big yawn. No, you can't lick off my lip gloss. Nope. But she is absolutely loved. I adore her so much. She's my little shadow. She follows me everywhere. So yeah, that is Luna. You looking at yourself? So guys, I hope you enjoyed this makeup look, and I definitely want to put some more makeup looks out the rest of this month. I'm gonna try and stay on top of it. If you guys have something you want me to create, then leave it down below, and that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys in, I don't know what that was, but I will see you guys in my next video.